not fucking with you niggas. Y'all been shaky like some strippers. What's in my cup? Boy, I'm off that liquor. Looking at me crazy, get you hit up with that flipper. I'm not fucking with you niggas. Y'all been shaky like some strippers. What's in my cup? Boy, I'm off that liquor. Looking at me crazy, get you hit up with that flipper. I'm not fucking with you niggas, don't care if y'all fuck with me. All up on the nigga page, trying to keep up with me. All in private talking down, but they know what's up with me. In my presence, show respect before that shit get ugly. I had some pussy niggas I had to cut off.
I'm walking out of this shit.
What it is, what it ain't. It's your boy Low Key V.
And it's your man K3.
And this is Paid N Bazed. Where we get money and wash our ass, man. It feels good to be back in the studio. We had to take some time off.
Studio. Don't
sing that
my
next
bad.
to me.
My fault. Part self. Look at that. But that was a crazy song.
Yeah. It feels good to be back in here, bro. We had to take some time off because it's just been a lot of bullshit going on. If you follow us on the socials and stuff, so we back at it. We actually just got off live.
Yeah, fresh off live. Fresh out, ain't nothing to go back.
Fresh off live, dropping a little bit of the. My grandma call it the dirt. Y'all say the T. My grandma say. My grandma called me and said she got the dirt.
411.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we basically on live, we just announced, we have a new Instagram page too. We still have our original one. So pretty much, anybody, if you didn't catch the live, you don't know what's going on, we collabing with both pages. So just make sure you following both pages. Click the links in the bios. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTubes. What? I'm going.
This how you doing, nigga? Though, not good with technology. How they gonna hear this, bro?
What you mean?
How they watching this right now? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, bro, they already here, bro. They here already.
Okay. Well, okay, but for the YouTube, for the Instagram at least, yeah.
We not posting this on Instagram.
No, but I'm saying if you're not following the Instagram, make sure you follow.
I'll tap in. I'm gonna drop that probably already or right now, but yeah, y'all tune into that.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not following our other YouTube, we're gonna put the @ on there. Make sure you follow the other two YouTube too, because we're gonna be dropping behind the scenes content, interviews.
All right, let's tell them what happened.
All type of other shit.
They like
he really getting the shit.
I'm gonna say, let's tell them, because they finna be like, why the fuck you telling us all this?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know nothing yet.
Yeah,
so
I'll let you start it off.
Yeah, let's get into it. So we want to kind of, we always go behind the curtain first. We always go behind the curtain on our solos, but basically we want to do is we just want to give y'all a background of everything that's been going on. We know a lot of y'all here because of what just happened recently. We went live. We talked about the situation. So just to give a synopsis before we do go into it, because we're going to start from the beginning. We're going to give y'all the bullshit that we done went through with this to get to this point. Yeah. But just a quick little synopsis. All our videos was deleted off our previous YouTube before we made the switch. All of our videos got deleted. This was something that was already like in the works, like just before this whole situation, before everything got deleted off our shit. This was already in the works, and it just so happened to be at the perfect time. But with that being said, somebody logged into all our logged into our YouTube and deleted all our episodes off our shit purposefully with intent to fuck nigga shit up.
Not somebody.
Yeah. But we gonna get into that though. Like we gonna say you know what I'm saying. But we gonna start from the beginning. We gonna let y'all know because we had a situation. We done had situations in the shit before.
We taking this to the first studio. Like how far are we going back?
We can go from the very beginning.
Because we've been sparing people from the jump. And I remember like at one point, like it's so hard to find thorough people through and through, because I remember at one point like people just being, when you're not a weird person and you don't move fake or cowardly, or you're not out to get anybody, and you just kind of authentic and thorough, it kind of be mind-boggling the way people move, especially in business. And I remember at one point I had to look to him, even though I already knew the answer, but it's like it's kind of like when you being gaslighted and you start to question your own reality. I had to look to him and be like, bro, are we the problem? Because why the fuck do we keep running into this fuck shit? Like, people cannot be this weird. And it's like, no, we are big on taking accountability. We're not perfect by far. You know what I'm saying? We know the things that we need to work on and things like that. But one thing about it, we've kept it thorough with everybody from the jump. And it's just like, motherfuckers been moving weird with us from the jump. So it's like, if we was to really go back, you know, because we've been sparing a lot of people.
Yeah. So we gonna really go back. And don't get us like, we always talk about the good side of this shit. We always talk about the work that go into it. But right here, this kind of just like a celebratory moment. We hit our year mark. We never really like touched on it too big.
Yeah.
Pause. But we hit our year mark already. So it's just a lot of shit that done happened. So like now we feel like this is the perfect time where everything that happened to finally address a lot of this shit, because this is our third studio in a year. And each situation, this is a perfect situation, but each situation, like, you got to go through certain shit. So like, we gonna tell this, so like people who ever got something that they want to try or whatever, like, it's obstacles in this shit. You really just got to keep pushing for real.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's get into the shits, man.
Okay, so with the first studio, anybody who has watched has known, like,
Available on Patreon.
Yeah.
These episodes from the first studio is available on Patreon.
Right.
You'll be able to see them.
And so I did have a contract with that individual, because in the beginning I was the one who did the business.
It was Duke.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. We was doing business with Duke, Talk Your Shit Media.
Yeah. Duke 904.
Yeah.
Which he's still cool. There ain't no pressure. Right.
Yeah, just
cool. Yeah. But we did go through some bullshit, because basically everything was good. And one thing I want to say, Duke gave us like a great rate. Like, he really was undervaluing himself, honestly.
Time out. Don't say that, bro.
Why?
Don't give him no flowers. You gave niggas flowers already.
Nah, I'm a keep it a bean. Like, if I'm gonna tell it, I'm gonna tell it all. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell both sides.
Okay,
you know
I thought you was finna like try to make it nice.
No,
Fuck that.
I'm gonna tell both sides, because one thing about me, I'm big on introspection. So it's like, I'm not just finna be somebody who berates people but not talk about everything.
Okay. I was making sure that you were.
So what I say is, he definitely was. He gave us a great rate. Like a hell of a rate, but I'm not.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, we wasn't getting like top quality, top shit, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But with Duke, it was like more like, you know, we felt like he was the bro, so we could talk to him if he was behind on things, whatever. You know, it was he worked with us and shit. But after a while,
with Duke, it was really just. With Duke, it was really just. He lost the studio. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, nigga lost the studio, like, and that shit. That was the first thing that was like, oh, okay, like, shit just don't be in your control. You know what I'm saying? Duke lost the studio,
but it was the communication that wasn't there, and the fact that he kind of he lied about how he lost the studio, and we found out later on he lost the studio in a different way. I'm not gonna put his business out, but he tried to paint it to the public as if he lost the studio because people was smoking in the studio, and it was an office building. Let's be clear. Only on one of them. We at the time, we wasn't smoking, and we still don't smoke on camera if anybody do smoke. You understand what I'm saying? The only person who smoked was Butter on the Butter episode, and I told Butter not to smoke, and Duke is the one that told Butter, you good, you could smoke. So he told us he was evicted from the studio
because of smoking. But
well, not us. It wasn't. He ain't say us. He blamed it. He said it was He said it was somebody else.
Originally, but on social media, it was smoking. So
yeah.
You know, in private, it was some girls he was recording who was smoke. He said he got evicted, but come to find out when we talked to the landlord because we were going to rent out the space, we got some different information on what the eviction was really about. You know what I'm saying?
I went, cause if I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. I went and did a tour of the space because I'm thinking like, okay, well, nigga lost space, but he use it, we use it. We the only niggas recording here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can go in on this shit together, whatever. So I go visit, I go do a tour of the space just to see what's going on or whatever. So I let the person know, yeah, I already been recording here. I'm just trying to see what's going on. So I didn't ask no question. All I asked him, hey, what's prohibited here? What can we do? What can't we do? Like, what's the rules? Whatever. And then he asked me, you said you recorded here before. I said, yeah. He says, where did you record, if I may ask? I said, I recorded with such and such or whatever. And he was like, oh, and then that's when I was asked. I was like, yeah. I was like, so I already know I like the space and everything, but I'm like, but you know, we no longer record with him no more. I don't know what happened, but da. And then I was like, but so what's the rules? So the man asked me straight up. He said, if I may ask, why did bro say that he lost the space? I said, because you know, he said some of the girls that he recorded was smoking or whatever. Bro told me straight up, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck what you do in your rooms and all. Like, you can't be doing nails or certain shit because like fumes and shit or whatever, like for insurance purposes like that. Or nigga already having conversations like, yeah, bro, we'll throw you this or we'll throw in or whatever. We'll cop the shit. You just hit us on the back end, whatever. Like, we already.
And that's what it be like. People don't be knowing how to be authentic because it's like, if a nigga would have came and talked to us, we was so in the shit at the time. If a nigga would have came and talked to us and been like, look, we would have broke bread like shit. We'll share the studio. You know
Facts. That's what we had that conversation.
Yeah.
But that's not even so like that. Like, but that's his personal business. That shit don't really got nothing to do with us. Whether I can understand pride, nigga, not wanting to speak on it. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing would do. Nigga, you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? And dude never did no like backward sideways shit till like probably later. But the niggas cleaned that up and whatever. But the only thing was the pump faking. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at that time it's like, okay, well we gotta make shit shake. You know what I'm saying? Like we early on, we gotta like, be consistent.
Y'all could I got another studio. Y'all could record at. Okay, cool. Can we tour the studio? 2 days later, it's like niggas hitting you up about touring the studio. Cause you saying you getting a new studio, you pump faking. Then it's like, oh, I'm finna go get on the boat, so y'all could just use my equipment. We was willing to pay for the equipment, but he like, you could use it for the free. Bet, that's real. Then the next day, niggas get on Facebook and you selling the equipment. So at this point, it's like you moving hella weird. Like, I don't be understanding shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The icing on the cake was, you know what I'm saying,
not to cut you off though. Not to cut you off before you get to that. Also, niggas knew they was wrong because after I told niggas, oh yeah, bro, I toured the spot. Niggas, oh yeah, what he say? He say anything about? You know what I'm saying? Cause like,
mind you, we not exposing our hand. We not letting him know we found out the real. You know what I'm saying? While he touring the spot, I'm checking into this other studio, which we're gonna get into later on. How we got to the next place, which was 10 times worse. But basically, in the beginning, you know, he had gave us a hard job that he told us he was not using, he didn't need it, and we could have it.
Facts.
All right, cool. Then it's like when we go with the other studio and we pop out with our new introduction video and the quality's a little better and this and that, and you see we moved on because you keep asking us what we doing. You getting a new studio, but it's weeks going by. We can't just. Luckily, we had episodes in the tub.
Yeah, in the tub to make it work.
You know what I'm saying? So then it's like when we drop the new, you know, we at a new place, whatever, new episodes coming soon. 5 minutes after we drop, we get a text like, "Hey, I need my hard drive back." That was kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. That was like a little. I don't know. Yeah,
that's like. You know, when your ex give you something and then you pop out with your new bitch and she like, hey, can I get my shades back? Like, it's like, what? You know, so it was like, okay, cool, we peep game, whatever. When the weirdness came about was This nigga always doing stuff at horrible timing. Like, horrible timing. Dude not even knowing that. He asked for the hard drive back. We told him we was going to give it back. But he's not even knowing that. We just got with this new studio and we're already having issues with them. And they have the hard drive and we arguing with these niggas about an episode. But we're going to get into that. Mm-hmm. So we're late on giving him the hard drive because they have the hard drive and they haven't been doing what the fuck they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
But niggas communicated with him the whole time.
Yeah, so I'm communicating with him like, bro, we're going to give you the hard drive, whatever. He was making it seem like it was cool. Finally, when we get this, we have been arguing with them all week, going back and forth about an episode because we had filmed a fucking episode 3 or 4 weeks that the new nigga ain't had ready, but we're going to get into that. And we trying to get the hard drive back so we could give it to Duke. So we already behind on our episode. So when we finally post, you know what I'm saying, my man's here had posted something and was just like, and if you watch us and follow us, like we speak in like Twitter meme, TikTok meme, you know, we understand that type of verbiage. Like it'd be funny. So he just posted something like, we've been having technical difficulties, but the episode is coming Sunday. And it's a funny TikTok sound where it's just like, and it was Shamar, I think. I'm not with Metro no more. I'm with AT&T. It wasn't a shot at nobody.
I forgot that that's what made that shit pop off like that.
So
damn, it do be me every time.
Duke took it as we was taking a shot like he's Metro and they're AT&T. Not even knowing we having issues with these niggas already. We were regretting going to this studio.
Yeah,
so
like we said that was really like a way to just like, okay, we got our shit back together.
Yeah, it's technical difficulties. It wasn't no shot. Like we not no hoe ass niggas like that. Well, we gonna, even though you went about it the way you went about it, we would never still try to step on your business or step on your name in the public. We don't do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We always keep it quiet. So, that's when later that night, when we already had a crazy day arguing with these niggas about the episodes and shit, I get on Twitter, I see a tweet from a dude talking about ungrateful ass niggas. So I'm like, who the fuck he talking about? So then I see like some other tweets.
Y'all gonna notice a pattern in these stories too that we telling?
Yeah.
I be like, nah, bro, just chill.
So I'm like, what the fuck he talking about? Because mind you, I had just texted him that day like, we gonna get you your, you know what I'm saying? No, you gave him the hard drive that day. Mm-hmm. And then he started talking Spody and shit. Cause now you got the hard drive. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm looking at the tweet. So I call you. You like, oh yeah. You're like, I did see. Now, mind you, I don't watch a lot of people's stories unless I know you or I interact with you.
In my mind, I'm like, he can't be talking about that.
So I didn't watch his story. I don't be watching people's stories like that. So he was like, oh, yeah. He did say that on his story earlier, and he was saying something about, what did he put on his story? It's crazy how niggas whatever, and I got kicked out of my studio because niggas was smoking.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, some shit like that. Like, it was like on some like, kind of blame us.
Yeah, so
or like you can't look. I was looking out for niggas and I got kicked out or some shit like that.
So he telling me all this. I hadn't seen it, so I'm just quiet on the phone. So K3 like, yeah, but nah, I ain't think he was talking about us. Like he couldn't be talking about us
because the nigga told like because bro was in that one episode. Somebody smoking our shit, but smoking our shit. Bro asked can we smoke. We was like, nah. And then dude was like, oh, nah, yeah, you can smoke. Like, shit straight. Yeah. So I figured you can't be talking about us because we didn't tell the nigga he could smoke. You told him that.
Right.
So it's like.
And that had happened weeks. That was one of our first episodes we recorded there. So that happened weeks before the eviction. And you told us some girl smoke. So he like, well, he couldn't have been talking about us. I'm like, what other niggas could he have been talking about? We was the only niggas recording with him before he got kicked out of the studio. So I'm like, nah, that nigga talking about us. Put a name on it. So I'm like, I'm finna. So he like, nah. I'm like, what stopped me was like, I'm not a social media nigga. So it'd be like, people be coming at us on social media, but I ain't never been no social media nigga. Like, even this podcast shit was hard to get into because it's like, this whole low-key V thing, like, that's not a facade. Like I always been low key. Like motherfuckers ain't even know what my voice sounded like before I started podcasting and shit. Unless you seen one of my old rap videos. Never went live. Never made Facebook statuses. None of that. I don't do the social media games. That's for certain type of niggas. Okay, cool. I'm not talking down on nobody, but that's just not how we rock. You know what I'm saying? And we never really address nobody on social media. So a nigga like throwing shots at us on social media, I didn't really know how to take it because it's like I wanna step by that shit, but it's like I can't do it through social media. But then it's like, okay, it's these the type of rockhead games you gotta play when you in this industry. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not finna become somebody that I'm not to keep up with how motherfuckers go.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. So I ain't gonna lie, like I was out of town. So I'm mad. He told me, shit, just ball and chill, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga ain't put a name on it, so it ain't respected. So he ain't dressed it, so it ain't
tossing
respected.
and turning. Tossing and turning. So I wake up. I talked to my sister about it. She like, man, let that shit go, I talked to my best friend about it. She like, let it go, like. But they all like, yeah, that's some green ass shit. But how I'm taking it is, anybody who had been watching knows that them Paid N Bazed niggas was recording in your studio. So by you going on social media and saying that and doing that, that can tarnish our name and our business. Like, we don't give a fuck about people's studios and we got you kicked out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. I felt like it made our face look dirty. So I'm just like, nah. I remember I was driving the truck and I was just like, nah, I can't let that one slide.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the message thread right now. Like, on the 7th, me and bro was texting each other. Like,
remember, I had stopped.
Yeah, you been stopped community. Like, yeah, but it was like, I'm like,
because I couldn't get with the fake shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, we met up. I got the hard drive. It was everything was everything. I gave him the hard drive. It wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And this whole time while we with the new studio and shit, I'm telling him, oh yeah, bro, we got to meet with this new studio or whatever. I'm letting him know everything that's going on, so we ain't just buck on him. Like,
we wanted to still work with him because it was more like a brotherhood with him. Like,
well, I wouldn't say that.
I say that because it was like, I say that because I'm not gonna lie, like,
it was just cool. It wasn't like, it didn't feel like work. Like, it wasn't like a work relationship. It was like,
and the reason I say a brotherhood is because anybody who I'm working with, I want to build a team with.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, I want to build a team with dude. I want us to get a bigger studio. I want us to go up with this shit together. Woo, 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 woo. But niggas don't be looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas just communicated the whole way. So it's like, if you feel played about anything, bro, you could always just came and talk to niggas. Because, like, the day before, everything, like, what he talking about when bro said the shit or whatever, like, me and bro spoke. The last thing I told him, because I've been letting him know everything that was going on, and the plan still was to have him be a part of the shit. Like, compared to the situation that Gilly and them had with they manager, with they producer in the beginning. But, like, so the last thing I said to the nigga, though, was basically just, I'm gonna tap in with you soon. Because the last thing we talked about was, all right, we finna move to the new studio, we finna record, but we still want you to come this way. You know what I'm saying? We can try to figure something out, get new stuff, whatever. Like, just being upfront and transparent about shit. You know what I'm saying? So when he jumped out there, I'm like, I can't see how a nigga can feel played. And then if a nigga do feel played, I just don't respect it. Because this whole time, niggas been straight and 100. And you been the one. If anybody should feel played, it should be us. But really, we understand that.
That's why I stopped communicating. Because I'm like, we catch you in lies and shit. And one thing I don't like dealing with is somebody who just lying and kind of like faking the funk. So it's like me, I don't really know how to hold my tongue with that type of shit. I don't really. So me, my like in my mental capacity, all I know how to do is just back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see as we telling these stories in these group chats, when motherfuckers start getting weird and I start noticing shit, I just stop responding to people because I'm just like, you weird. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so he knew, he felt some tension from my end because it's like, I didn't like how he was going about the shit, but I'm just like, whatever. But behind the scenes, we're like, we would still use dude for other content, for this, for that. Like, we still wanted to see bro win. You know what I'm saying? And he got his own shit going on. Like, Talk Your Shit Media is a well-established media platform. I'll never shit on him for that. You know what I'm saying? And I still want to see him win. And it's still love, but this is our story. This is our truth. This is what we went through. So I pulled over the truck.
Oh, and yeah, because, like, But like, yeah, like this shit happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. Like, Duke, the only person that we clean shit up with.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Cause it was love. It's love there. Like, it wasn't it's just like when you gotta tell your homeboy, like, like you just gotta tell your homeboy, like, what's up? Like, what you on,
mind
bro?
you know, we went through other shit with Duke too, like falling asleep behind the camera. every episode. Or sometimes having to record our
It's like, damn, nigga that bitch, I ain't fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog, yeah, that nigga
Dude used to order that food and knock the fuck out.
Nigga smoke some Zaf before we get there, order the food come while we there, nigga be sleep, snoring.
One of the funniest parts on the episode when we laughing, Dude was in that bitch. Behind the camera.
That nigga was loud as fuck.
No, when Nisha's like...
It's episode 3, or was that 2? Yeah, episode 2 of the podcast. He fell asleep on that episode with V's sister. And like niggas was like, you can notice or whatever. You go back and look. And then he fell asleep on the first solo me and the Dirty Mac episode me and you did. And that's when we was crying laughing. We got a clip that we posted a long time ago where we just cracking up like for like a whole minute straight, and it was because of that shit, because that nigga was snoring.
But being in that environment and being at the first studio, like I don't regret it. Like we learned